Hello, Cancers. If you'd like to come on in, have a seat for some symbolic support. My name is Steph. Thank you so much for being here. I've created an ink blot made in your name and essence that we are going to scry for shapes and symbols that speak to our psyche and psychic senses, and I will reveal just in a moment. Timestamps also below. We'll add on tarot and oracle, and where the ghost gift is here, we're actually going to utilize Ghost Tube Seer, so it's more of a visual inspiration should anything arise. All in all, please do receive or release freely. So Cancers, if you are new here, welcome. If you are an OG, you know what's coming. I'm going to open up and you're welcome to join me, or you can fast forward through just a few moments. Whatever feels good to you. Closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception. Releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Cancer Collective. Cancers, thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. I appreciate you. All right, let's get going. So we have here, a little Pulp Fiction style, your scroll. Again, timestamp below if you just want to rush to the reveal. I'm going to grab you a rune, which is the bear. And I'm going to grab you another animal rune, which is the butterfly. So, Cancers, if these runes mean anything to you, symbolically speaking, spirit animal, maybe they've been standing out, hibernation energy, coming out of hibernation, getting ready for the spring of new birth, whatever the case may be. It feels really nice. All right, Cancers, the reveal. Your scroll wants to roll. All right. You know the drill. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below. Also, coming up here on Ghost Tube, and it might get clear. You can zoom in. Okay, so it's like a polar bear I'm seeing, like a landscape of a polar bear. Oh, and see how something's flashing? I don't know how well you guys can see it. I feel like I'm in a video game, and when you're in a video game, or at least the ones that I remember or I recall, or maybe I'm making it up. But as you're like walking certain landscapes, something will flash if you get really close to it, like it's a clue, like a new life or food, heart, you know what I mean? Something along that lines. And I feel for some Cancers, and if this is your scry story, thank you. And if it's not, thank you for holding space for others to receive. This is what it's like. It's like taking the bear that's been going on this trek of hibernation, but it feels holistic in nature. And oh my goodness, so I just want to show you as well, like in the cards of what the bear means, it's right on top. Oh my goodness, you're exactly where you need to be. Some of you might have felt hung up about something. I'm seeing sickles, lightning bolts. I'm also seeing like I'm being picked up, and like when I'm being picked up, if I was to see, something in the sky, eagle or something bigger, pterodactyl, you know, whatever the case may be, and they swoop down and pick something up, that's what I'm seeing. And it's like you're getting that clue. There's also a woman coming through here. Do you know what's funny? I think this is upside down. How is that being? Well, that's a curious thing. Are some of the Cancer Collective feeling a little upside down? Because there's a woman coming through up here. You know, I could just restart, but I'm really enjoying the way this is just working out, so it's fine. There's a woman stepping forward. Okay, I'm being picked up. I don't know if for some Cancers, there was something that happened in your life where you felt like a major change had happened, or some sort of change that picked you up and placed you somewhere else. Because it feels like a delivery. Either your essence, your presence, maybe it's a new job, new relationship, and it doesn't have to be new in the sense of this is brand new. Something has shifted in this holistic kind of landscape, in this hibernation space, and I'm shifting something, or I'm taking each steps, and I'm seeing these bright things like these gifts. Oh, interesting. These gifts that might be like gifts And your presence is important where you are. Because it came in, the way I'm feeling, it's like came in like a lightning bolt. Okay, so that's very interesting. You know how, so this is a rabbit hole for others. I feel hesitant. So I'm in this same hibernation space. I'm taking a few steps and then I kind of hang out. Whatever your travels are towards whatever this flashing thing is. It's for you to receive. In Cancers, you know when like a child, maybe they're sitting on the ground and you're going to pick them up and they don't want to, so they become really, really heavy and they're like, and just like become dead weight. And it's like, no, I don't want to go. And then maybe, or you try and plop them down on the grass and they're like, no. So they like float and put their like, no, I don't want to go there. So there might have been, or might be some sort of hesitation along the way. But I feel like you have a knowing. Okay, give me a moment. Because it's like, okay, for some, maybe it's even in this incarnation, your reflection is I didn't want to come here. But you did. You did for the birth of the butterfly. There's something important about, even from a very large perspective, about being here, Cancers. And as I say that, it's like I'm viewing the collective as an umbrella. Collective. Less, it's like from a Cancerian aura. And as a guest here, thank you. And I'm seeing the collective as like an umbrella, and it's like you can put it up or down, right? Catching. You can catch things in the umbrella, or you can protect yourself from it, but then you can also put it forward. And if depending on the wind direction, the wind works with you, maybe your thoughts or your feelings, and same thing, you can also break. There's all this like mechanism stuff happening here. I'll add on tarot and oracle in a minute. I just want to keep scrying here because I'm seeing that umbrella right in here. I just heard like someone dragging their heels. Again, I don't know if it's dragging the heels to come to, I'm seeing a cartoon where they're going really, really fast and they have to stop and brake. And it's like, or whatever that sound was, but there it is. Or vice versa. I'm kind of like dragging my heels. Something about the hibernation. Maybe you're feeling very, very kind to yourself here. It's like, I don't want to open my eyes. That's how it's like my eyes are heavy and I want to sleep a little bit more. And Cancers, if I'm being honest, I feel like you are utilizing the winter energy, the seasonal energy. Maybe in your spare time, you're not as busy, or you're just choosing to like literally slow down a little bit. Having conversations that are more one-on-one and intimate, even perhaps very reflective. It's like you're noticing, taking the time when you do have conversations, people, places, or things, and you can feel, I don't want to say camaraderie, but it's almost like a resonance. I feel a little slower, but it's like I'm utilizing winter's energy, winter's wisdoms. And it doesn't have to be winter where you are. But for some Cancers, like if you're on the, other side or whatever the case is, it's like you're tapping into that. You're actually, so if like say here in Canada it's winter, but in Australia it's summer, and I hope that's correct. I don't mean to be so silly. That's the balance. It's like if you're looking for a little bit more energy, you might be able to tune into your Cancer collective in another area, and vice versa. There's a lot of harmony in that feeling. Again, I want to come into like the holistic part of it. Holistic seems to be a big thing because you're preparing to birth something. Could even just be a new version. No, it's not. See, this is the funny thing in your reading. It's not new. But it is a space of creation. Right here with this witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. And see how like she has her hands, and there's a door in her mind. There's another woman stepping forward. Feminine energy, female or male expressed is indifferent. This is about feminine energy. And I don't know why these buckles are standing out, but they're coming through as doors. See, you guys do have hidden talents. Yeah? Okay, so there might have been something along the lines, and Cancers, I'm going to, be kind, even maybe amongst your own thoughts. It's like seeing that blinking thing in the video game and going, is it a trick? Is it a trick? Is it going to distract me? Is it going to take me off the path? And I'm hearing like a slight diversion. It's not necessarily a diversion, but it's almost like getting a little bit closer to see what it is. Is it a heart? Is it healing? Is it, and I don't know, I'm seeing all these video game shapes that I'm not really sure what they are. And it's like, well, what is it? And then we have even a home coming up in here, which is great because it's like your holistic home. For some of you, it might also be stuff in the home. It's like I'm hearing the hills have eyes, but the house has eyes. And I feel like I'm peering out. I'm peering out from the windows. Kind of like I feel like, I don't know if people are watching you or you're like being a little nosy. I'm not really sure. But it's like I want to clear up knowing if something is a trick or a treat, even if they're coming up to my house like trick or treat. And then when you go up to other people's holistic hearts and houses of sorts. Does that make sense? No, okay. Thank you. How do I say? Sorry, give me a moment. It's almost as though I am very reflective over my thoughts and feelings about people, places, and things. And as I'm pursuing, I'm deciding as I get closer to these things or to these people or these opportunities, like I said, with all those video game things, I don't know what they are. Then I determine, it's like, oh, just because it's a heart, and it's like looking at those little levels off to the side, but do you need to go over? Do you know what I mean? Do you actually need to go over and get that? Or are you good? And are you looking for food? Are you looking for nourishment? Whatever the case may be. It's like, even if you were playing tricks on yourself, you're no longer like, it's almost like a hoarding, if I may. All right, Cancers, if you haven't already, please do like, share, and subscribe. I adore you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You warm my haunted heart. Okay, so coming up, like there's all this door, these windows, your house. There might have been some, or there is some heart healing going on in this hibernation space. It's like the fire in the earthly weaver of worlds. It's like I'm creating my world little bit by little bit. I'll bring these cards up for you as well in a moment. Trust the goodness in others. Yeah, see, if something has happened, I feel like between the mischief and play of the trick or treat, is something a trick or something a treat, as you go up to things. And even within the self, because now I'm seeing windshield wipers in cars. I'm driving on a rainy road. Okay, give me a moment. I'm going somewhere and I'm trying to decide if I really want to be there or not. I pull up to this house, or it's like, no, not yet. I'm seeing headlights come at me, and they're almost like a stigmatism. I feel a little irritated. Again, I feel hoardery, but not in the way of, not in the way that I mean, like we might watch the show Hoarders or something like that. That's not what I mean. I feel like I might, for some, whether this is internal or reflective back to you, so I'm not really sure. Either I was hoarding heart pieces for disappointments, people, places, or things, and I'm healing that, and that's beautiful. Likewise, There could be somebody or something hoarding you. Okay, so when I come into this collective card, I hope that makes sense, because I'm coming up to the house in just a moment with this collective card. And again, the words might mean something to you, so please follow your own intuition first versus my yammerings. But I do appreciate the space being held. Trust the goodness in others. But it's like I'm creating the house for that to happen in. I'm creating the heart space for that to happen in. So I'm driving down this rainy road. My windshield wipers are going. The car headlights are very, very shiny, like astigmatism. And I'm like, oh, it's too bright. But I'm squinting to see, because wherever it is that I'm going, and I don't know if this rain is symbolic of something. Okay, I am driving to the house, whatever this house is, or maybe it's your symbolic holistic house, and the lights are on. And I could go, oh, my house is haunted, like what's going on? Or, and if you're hearing, we're a little bit spooky, not scary, spooky. But those are your gifts lighting up. It's almost like your house is talking back to you and saying yes. Okay, thank you. These hidden talents are lighting. You light up my life. Okay, thank you. So I want to come back down. There's also, see, I'm going to say it again, and I apologize, a new relationship. And this relationship, again, I debate, is it a trick or a treat? It could also be in relation to a circle of friends. And it like everyone's going in different, or it's like a group that you lead, or maybe you're a manager of something, or it's like getting people that are looking in different directions to focus in on something together. This could be a healing circle of friends. This could be your job, and you're just noticing things to bring in harmony. So this relationship that feels new, but not new, because it could be, some sort of connection that you're familiar with. You might be buying a house together. Or moving in. Congratulations. Sorry. And you're both protected. It's like you both provide a protection. There's that woman again. And I'm seeing a B and an I. So it's almost as if I may it's either like giving and or receiving evil eye. I feel like even if it's subconscious, because this night song Hidden Talent is bringing me in, like it's hidden. Even if I say, no, I'm not. I like them. But I kind of feel like there's like this weird thing where I'm like, I really don't. Or it's like a love to hate or hate to love. And again, this could be reflective inwards or outwards. So there could be something about like sending out an evil eye. That it's like it once was an olive branch and now it's broken, because especially if it was towards you, you're like, okay, well, that's right. Okay. And so cocoon, consider your source when I'm talking about that, especially in regards to, like I said, if it's, evil eye in or out. Consider the source. Look into the subconscious. Is it you in this hibernation, new birth? Because I feel like you were onto something. Okay, I want to come back to in relation to a hidden talent or gift. There's something about helping to direct people. And I say like other people, but it's like they're willing to be there, because there's something about your presence that helps them in their hurts and hearts and healings and holistic nature feel at home, and they can do their work, like they can turn their light on. Does that make sense, Cancers? I hope so. I hope so. This feels really potent and powerful. But there's a lot of rabbit holes. There's a lot of rabbit holes about it, so I'm having to choose what's stepping forward. We have here reveal, express the real you. See, this is what it's about. It's like whether it's you and or reflectively of this trust the collective of these hidden talents, cocooning, hibernating, new birth. It's preparing, again, it's the real you, not the new you. It's not Coke Zero or, cherry Coke. This is you. And the evolution of you, the evolution of the classic caterpillar to butterfly. It is the evolution of the seed turning into a tree. It's just part and parcel. And if there's been people around you that have also evolved when it seems farther away or closer to other things that maybe you don't align with, it's almost like within my heart, I'm releasing that. Because how I'm feeling here, I'm coming into that in my own way, shape, or form. And now I understand. And this isn't a comparison or a competition, Cancers. This feels... It feels as though, like I could say like it's my time, but it's not even like that. It's, okay, so it's going back to the video game, thank you. It's like going in different directions. What little nuggets shine? What can you smash? What might hold something? And the freedom that everyone in your life, or to some degree or another, is following different shiny objects. You want to wander over for food because that's the little glowy thing, but maybe you have a different party of people with you and they're like, well, only two out of 10 need that. So some go the other way because they're like, oh, I really need healing. Somebody might be opening a school or something. Sorry, wrong. There's something coming up here. A school, or you might work in a place with a lot of rooms. And even in this picture that's coming up, it's like I'm the way I'm seeing it is a lot of sacral fire energy again, weaver of worlds. You might be like, whether it's a hotel or some sort of resort, or again like a bed and breakfast or a B&B. Okay, and you know how in the show or movie, The Truman Show, and when he's like obsessing, well, not obsessing, but trying to put together, like cutting out magazines of the girl he remembers. That's what I feel like is going on. So it's like there's something happening. It's like taking the best pieces of things that you've really enjoyed in this hibernation state and making a perfect person for you. I hope that makes sense. I have here cauldron. Bewitching, yes, it be. Bewitching, yes, it be. Blink and you shall see. A bubbling desire left in the brewing rain. There's that rain. And you shall see. Blink. It's like, okay, I'm back driving in that car and I'm like closing my eyes a whole lot. Like, you gotta release, especially like if it's snowing out here and then, whatever dusk or dawn it might be, or if the sun's blazing and you got to keep clearing, like blinking your eyes, or you like driving in the twilight zone. It's like the way I'm seeing this cauldron and all this cauldron of the collective of things that you've collected and you've literally cocooned, or you are in a state of cocooning, to come out with like this brew. Maybe it's like a crock pot, right? You can put it in and leave it for 8 hours and then boom, dinner's ready. And it kind of has the same feeling. But you're creating something for yourself, but it also supports others. And I don't know what that is, right? Like, I don't know. I'm just seeing what I could say is like a liminal space. And for me, I always see that as like, there's a hallway. And I come in and there's all these doors and then there's a door at the end. And it's like this liminal space. But again, it could be hotel, it could be a motel, or just a lot of doors of opportunities for you as you continue to step forward. And it's like you can open one door, take a peek and go, Not feeling that vibe. I'm not feeling that vibe. Okay, but thank you. And you carry on. And it's like through all these little adjacent or perspectives, they add to the way you conceive of what's going to be at the door at the end of the hallway, which is the end, but the beginning of the next liminal space. Does that make sense? Okay. So we have here the underworld and witch. And I want to note that you've had witch come in twice. I feel like it's like oddly off angle here, but that's okay. All right. Hand over your known, a shift is near. Take a leap, your journey is clear. See, it's like with this underworld, I feel like I'm driving at night. I wear my sunglasses at night. Give me a moment. Have you been moving in the subconscious state? Again, aware. Again, I'm in that video game. Aware if there's predators and prey, mischief and play, trick or treat. Is somebody a video game designer or designing a game or something along that lines? This is what it makes me feel like. And if it's not video game specific, it feels like if you fall towards the simulation theory, you're beginning to recognize how to draw things in for you to experience. Which, grab hold, allow the dwelling fire within belly, awakened all that is, a mere glimpse, a delicate pull, at the very roots living in the alchemy of self. I want to note that in these two witch cards, one is holding flowers, and one is holding a bouquet. So again, that relationship's coming up, the new, the not new relationship. You might be getting married, definitely a bride to be, and I really enjoy that feeling. It feels very divinely protected, we'll say. Sorry, you know, the lighting just won't allow it to happen, but that's okay. Or just coming together, buying flowers for your home, like welcoming in, oh, we bought a home together, or renting a new space. Maybe you're in like a duplex or a triplex or an apartment building. And it's almost like to celebrate that you guys are coming. There's this bouquet of flowers that you're bringing in, like, because there's something about floral scent. That woman's coming back in. Thank you. This woman has been observing something, and it's like she's been helped plopped you, like that claw game. She's helped plop you in the hand of someone or something. Okay. Oh, no, okay. I'm going to go to your runes. Does that make sense? There's a woman in spirit working with you. Okay, let's go to your runes. And we are going to flip this beautiful ink blot bookmark for later on in February, so we can get perspective possibilities and see what's going on. All right, the bear. The bear spirit brings peace, modesty, and benevolence. Bears are brave and defend their offspring. They have a very strong motherly nature. Your spirit bear can help you establish the communication with your own soul and make that journey inside. It can assist you to understand the meaning of your dreams. Okay, so that feminine energy could be a mother or sister. This is a cauldron, cocooning of communication. If somebody might have healed their witch wound, and again, you don't necessarily have to land in any sort of religious or historical societal concepts of things. new age, old age, this, that, or the other. This feels like just the weaver of my own world. Again, whether or not you are, maybe you're also, you could be a writer of it, journaling of it. You are grabbing hold of this, and you've been grabbed to be dropped into a certain place. This time, if you're in it, is proving to be very valuable for yourself and possibly to share with others. Anything else? Something about static electricity as well. I don't know what that is. So, Cancers, I'm going to leave it here as I've taken up so much of your time, but I truly appreciate your awesome awareness and attention, and I'm grateful for you. Like I said, we will flip it later on for a look at the aura of later in February, but until then, thank you so much for scrying with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbow. We're together.